In this segment, we are going to talk about views. The first kind of view we're going to talk about is summary views. And what we see here is what you see when you first open up Infomax. You'll see a bunch of views. There's a calendar view here. There is a task view over here with a list of tasks. And then there's a couple multi-views, which we'll go into later. But each of these views is a list of records. Here's a list of companies here. And down here in the person multi-view, it's a view that lists people. So what we're going to do here is talk about where we can find other views. One place we can find other views is on the left sidebar here, tasks, sold, person multi-view, just a handy place where all the views that are most used are always stored. Some of the less used views that you may want access to every so often are if things are set up on the title bar in this views section. Click on that for a pull down. You can see a list of other useful views. And then of course there is the entire list of views. If you go to the view on the file bar here, open manage views, and there's a whole host of views including all the background views to make up multi-views, etc. So this can be a little bit overwhelming, so unless there's something really special that you need to find, I don't recommend you go into this area. All right, to find a record within a view, there's a couple ways you can do that. So say we want to find Natus Medical in the company multi-view. We could scroll down, and as you can see, I'm clicking away, taking a while to get there. And then I could pull this down here. But a much simpler way is to click on this view, just single click, so you're in the view, and then type Natus, N-A-T-U-S, and there's Natus Medical right here, and that's highlighted. Now, if we want to sort on a view, or filter, or summarize, or that kind of thing that we talked about, or that you saw on the slide, that's what we're going to go over now. To do that, we're going to open up the sold view. The sold view contains all of the historical sold items in your customer base. I'm going to resize this view here to make it large. So what I want to do maybe is I want to sort on a view. A very quick way to sort is just to click on the header row, and it'll sort in ascending order by invoice date here. If I want to find the most expensive thing I've sold, I could sort on the price, and then drag this down to the bottom, and find out some things here that we've sold. Now, if we want to do a more complicated sort, what we can do either is go up to the title bar here and hit this little A to Z button. We could go to Tools. Go to Home. You can also find the sort button right there. Or what you can do, kind of the handy-dandy thing that is used almost everywhere, is the right-click button. You can right-click on here, find the sort view, and this tile will pop up here. And you can sort on 4 different fields. Right now it's sorted, since it's remembering the sort we did on price, principal, then the part number, and then the invoice date. And you can, of course, select ascending or descending for each of them and get the view looking exactly like you want that way. Now, the same thing if you want to filter the view just to a given customer. What you could do, again, is you go to the Home and hit this filter button. It looks kind of like a funnel. Or this filter button up at the top here. Or, again, you can right-click on the view, select Filter, and go here. So maybe what we want to do is, this is preset here for part number contains on the first filter. Go to that filter tab. Part number contains, say, MPU. You want to find something that starts with that. Hit OK. And there's the part numbers that start with MPU. Now, if you want to clear the filter, go back. I right-clicked, Filter View. Then you can click on the Clear Filter button down here. And then maybe, let's say I want to find all of the microchip, all the United Chemicon business at Natus Medical. So we'll go to Principal Company, here. There's Natus Medical selected, filter to, Principal Company, we wanted to do United Chemicon, and the primary customer, now again field names will take you a while to get to know, but primary customer, is the sold to customer, is Natus Medical. Then hit OK, and we can see that there's no sold records to Natus Medical. Now, maybe we want to see what has been sold to Creation in Illinois, Creation Technologies in Illinois. We want to look at a summary of what we're filtering. Principal is United Chemicon, and the primary customer is Creation Technologies. Hit OK, and there are all the items that have been sold there. So now we've done the filter. Now maybe we want to see how much we've sold. There's an easy way to do that, a field summary. It's set up right. The field summary should be up here, or you can go to Tools, Field Summary, or again, right-click. Oops, actually it's not there, sorry. So, go to this up here, and we can see that $36,000 of United Chemicon has been sold to Creation Technologies, but you'll see the invoice date started in 2010. So maybe we want to look at just what was sold in 2011. So we'll go back to our filter, and we'll go to filter 3. So United Chemicon and Creation Technologies, and invoice year is equal to 2011. And you can see this is what was sold in 2011. Again, field summary. And now we know that $7,000 was in 2011. All right, so now we're going to transition into the detail views. So in any category, almost anywhere, you can just double-click on an item or a record. Like I'm double-clicked on this record here, and this sold record popped up. So this screen shows what's been sold. All the fields here have data in them. Nothing too spectacular there. Another thing to notice is a lot of these fields there are multiple tabs. So here's a summary tab here where we're looking just at the main fields. And then if we want to look at all fields, we can go to this tab here. Now there's several different kinds of fields within a record. There's regular text fields, which are just blank fields, and then there are connection fields where you can see that this sold item is connected to this primary customer, and I can click on this primary customer to open up Creation Technologies. Now I'm going to exit out, close it down, and it's also the primary account manager person is Joe Rowe. We'll double click on Joe's name, and you will see that here. Now if you want to add some items to him, like who Joe Rowe manages, you can hit the selection button here for connections and say he works for Tom Carbon. Type in C-A-R-B-O-N. He's a MaxTech employee, and I hit the space bar to do that. It's a little trick. Or you can click with the mouse. Then I saved it, and you can see manages person Tom Carbon. Now I did that wrong. It should be reports to person, but that's okay. All right, so we're going to X out of this. We don't want to save those changes. So we'll X out of that. Another type of field, if we go to company, we see a few of these type of fields here. and they're pull-down menus. So the type of customer, and you click this and pull down and you can select the type of company it is. Or the market. As you see, Creation Technologies is a CM only. They're a customer in our territory. And the one last thing I want to talk about here is about checkboxes. You see these different items here are checkboxes. You just click them or unclick them. And those are used for various things that we'll talk about later. So this concludes our summary of the view topic in Commence and Infomax.